Hello, I'm Harry Forbes from ARC Advisory Group. My guest is Raquel Torres. She is the president of universalautomation.org. Raquel, welcome.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you for
nice,
having me.
it's nice to have you here. Your organization is growing, but probably not familiar to a lot of people. Can you explain what universalautomation.org is about?
Sure. So we're an independent nonprofit organization that drives the adoption of a common runtime execution engine in the industrial automation world. And our mission really is to create an ecosystem of solutions that are portable, interoperable, and plug and produce in order to achieve an industry that is more collaborative and innovative.
Okay, so this runtime could operate in multiple different types of endpoints in the automation space?
Correct. That's actually what we're trying to do. We're trying to recruit every single vendor in the industry that they adopt this runtime so that these solutions are able to truly interoperate within each other.
So you've operated traditionally on a shared source model.
Mhm.
So when a member joins your organization, they participate in the source sharing and development?
That's correct.
Okay. This past year, you hired a new officer, a chief architect. Can you tell us about what you did and what that person is doing for you and why you decided to do it?
Sure. Well, so as you said, we have hired Sadat as our new chief architect, and this represents a milestone in our growth journey. He will, of course, take care of every technical aspect related to the runtime execution engine, and amongst his responsibilities he will be governing the collaboration within the community between the different technical groups. He will be guiding the development of new features, and he will ensure the integrity and the advancement of the shared source platform.
Okay, sounds like he will be kind of your Linus Torvalds a little bit.
That's correct.
Okay, your organization has grown a lot. Can you tell me about what happened, especially in this past year for your organization? It's grown a lot more than many people, including me, anticipated.
Yeah, well, thank you. We're truly proud about it. We've been onboarding big end users who are really the ones that move the needle in our journey, in our mission to convince vendors to join us. So I can tell you that, yes, we have accelerated the path of growth with new members like Novo Nordisk and AB InBev, some vendors like Stratus. But not only that, we have growth tremendously fast in the academic space. And we launched universalautomation.org curriculum only in March last year. And by the end of the year, we already have over 30 universities teaching this curriculum around the world. So we're really happy about that. But I can tell you more.
Well, let me drill into that a little bit more. I'd like to hear about, so you're providing a curriculum for people. And if a university, they can participate in your organization as an academic member?
Correct.
And what do they get? Can they use your software in their coursework and use this curriculum you provide? What is, in other words, is this going to help people in research and laboratory work and that kind of thing?
Of course, yeah, and that's the idea. That's the idea that they contribute to the community. They also, all this work that they do, they volunteer to share it with the community, like libraries and other assets. And they help attend and events in the industry and evangelize for us. They for sure receive the software licenses for academic use. They also, they have this curriculum that we give completely away for free. We give them sometimes hardware that we get from our member vendors that they volunteer to share with the community so that they create their own labs, and that also helps them evangelize to the industry. So it's really, we're trying to really create all these connections within the community to help each other in this journey to achieve.
So they can work with your software with really commercial automation products that are from your members and do their own research on top of that.
Yeah, it's always with an academic use, obviously, but yeah. Although some of them are looking into doing services, which I really think is really exciting, where some of them are really ambitious about selling commercially all the good work that they have been doing with the technology.
I was interested last year. I attended the ETFA in Padua, Italy. It was the first time I'd ever been to that meeting, and I was expecting not to see any organizations I knew there because I thought it was all academic, but your organization was there.
There was a big community there.
Yes, there's a very vibrant community in Europe you're growing your representation there. Where do you find that is centered? Is the academic outreach centered in Europe, but where does that extend to?
Actually, no, I would say it's very global because obviously there is some of the fathers, let's say, of 1499 are in Europe, but there's some centers, focus centers in other parts, like in Brazil, there's a very vibrant community. There's a lot of universities as well in Latin America in general. In Asia as well, there's some very good support. And there's some also kind of thought leaders there that we're trying to engage more and more. Yes, so I would say it's quite global.
Let me ask a question about how all these people collaborate. What is your kind of collaboration model for all your members?
For all the members?
Yes, because you have a lot of academics, you said a lot of end users, and you have suppliers on the side too. How do they participate?
So we try to create those positive interactions. So we have regular calls, whether it's community calls to introduce the new members so that they can say who they are, what they're looking for, and that usually springs up connections, others reaching out to like say, hey, I think we can work together. We also have calls for the community to introduce and present their projects and present what they're doing, what they have learned, what are the best practices they want to share with the community, what are things not to do maybe as a rookie, and we in general just act as a point of connection because we're very connected to all of them. So when someone asks us for something, even we recently have a vendor who's asking for support to develop an offer, and then we share it with the community, and system integrators will support them, and so we create business opportunities among them. So same with end users who want to do a project, right? And they're looking for enabled partners who want to do who can do something specific, and we connect those dots.
Got it. So tell me, Raquel, for 2024, you've had a lot of expansion. What are you working on for the next year? What is your goals going to be?
Well, this is in 2024-5 really. We had a really good piece of news recently that I don't want to miss to say here, which is that Honeywell joined us, and this represents truly a milestone for us in our journey. It's a top technology company in the industrial world. So we're very excited about them joining us to learn about the technology and launch offers that are portable and plug and produce for the customers. So this is a really good start to the year. And other than that, we have big plans already on track, thanks to a very committed team and a very supportive community. Of course, key metrics are continue accelerating the growth of recruitment of both end users and vendors. And to this effect, we have hired like 2 focused people who will be focused on each of them, one to recruit end users and one to recruit vendors. And then a very big focus as well this year, which it will be in projects, which is something kind of new. So how can we support more our members to commission more projects to leverage the power of the technology in different use cases in order to make their operations more efficient, more competitive, and more sustainable. And so to this effect, we're doing a bunch of things. So we're collecting material from the community in GitHub. Would be like assets and libraries and things like that. We're giving access to everyone to this university curriculum just as a point to start, but we are developing online trainings, virtually led trainings, because until now we have only done kind of on-site trainings, but obviously it's hard to really reach to everyone. So we really think now it's kind of becoming urgent to have that available to everyone. So that's, I think, going to be very important. We also want to develop some kind of playbook for when we onboard new members, for them to see how they can start quickly the path ahead. We are interviewing our members to understand what are best practices. What's the difference between one member who started and in a year and a half has already done 4 projects versus one who is struggling to convince the sites?
Okay.
So those things, we're trying to dive deeper to support our community and on understanding the best path forward.
You have roughly 100 members already.
Yes, over 100 members now, yes.
Well, congratulations. I think
Thank you.
that's outstanding growth. And as I said, it's more than many people anticipated. And I wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your support.
It's nice to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Harry Forbes from ARC Advisory Group. My guest has been Raquel Torres, who is the president of universalautomation.org. Thank you for watching.